Hello and welcome back, city builders. Today we talk about making money in City Skylines 2. A lot of people are wondering how they can achieve a positive cash flow, so I gathered 5 tips to bring you a lot of profit. We will have an example city for this, so this is no example for building a good looking city, keep that in mind, but you can use these tips on any map with any city. I'm gonna use Barrier Island in this example, but you can really do these tips on any map. Now we're on our map, and I'm just quickly gonna make a grid so that we can get some people in the city. Give me a minute until people are coming in. Right, we now should have some people moving into the city. Yes, so we can talk about the tips and tricks I gathered to make you more money. And the first step is electricity. The first step is exporting electricity. Once you get enough points to research the geothermal power plant, do so, place it and connect the high voltage power line to the export line that is already in your city. Right, so now we have enough research points to research the geothermal power plant. And I'm quickly gonna buy like these 3 land pieces. And I'm having a groundwater reservoir like right here, so I'm gonna place it where it says electricity production 150. You see, if I place it like here, it's only 133 of 150, and it's very important that you have a high rate of electricity production, ideally the maximum, because otherwise you will not be able to gain profit from it. Let me quickly place it and wait for it to turn profit. Before we're going back to the electricity, I'm gonna show you the next tip. It's taxes. Right at level 2, you unlock the taxation, and as soon as you can change the taxes, do it. You can put them all to like 16 to 18% at the beginning, just to get a little bit more money from the people living in your city. You can of course lower them again when people are complaining about these high taxes. As you can see, we already have -5, and I think at 16% we will have -4. Let's quickly see that. Speed it up a little bit. Oh, it's only -3. So just make sure that your citizens are always in like this happiness category, so that they don't fall below that. But as long as everything else is good in your city, you can totally go for 16 or even 18%. And just a minute later, re-unlock the services. And here, I would highly recommend to lower these as much as possible. Of course, not electricity. We're exporting electricity. We don't want this to go down. But you can totally decrease everything to 70%, water and sewage even to 50, as long as you have enough water availability and sewage treatment. You can always run with the lowest. And education is an exception. Never go below 90 on education, because you will need the educated workers, and otherwise it will take them a very long time to graduate. And as you can see, we are already profitable with our taxes set to 16, our services adjusted for the needs, and our, where is it? Our electricity import. So we're making 355,000 credits with electricity, but it only costing us 300,000, and I could imagine that this is not even running at full efficiency. No, it is not. If it goes longer, if it has full employees and everything, you can totally go to 114, 116% efficiency. You can also install these upgrades. They are also cost efficient, so you could even gain more money with it. We already went to 98, that's very good. And as you can see, we are already making 1500 credits per hour. By the way, as a small extra tip, use the crematorium. Your people will be as happy as with the cemetery, but as you can see, it costs 100,000 credits more, yes, but it only costs 36,000 credits a month, and the cemetery uses 44,000 credits a month. So these 8,000 per month will be very good for the future, especially when you have more than one. We're now at level 3, so we're going to our fourth tip, which is parking. You can unlock these parking areas and place them most ideally in the neighborhood of the commercial zones. Like we have 2 commercial zones here. Normally you could totally delete some houses, but I'm just going to do it like over here or something, just to show it for the city, and maybe one in the middle of like the industrial zone. And in these you can set a parking fee. I'm always going with like 25, because then there are a lot of people using the cars and parking in these areas, but also a lot of people, especially the poorer ones, will also use public transport in the future, because public transport of course will then be cheaper for them than paying for 25 credits for the parking space. When you reach level 4, you can zone your city, so always make sure to zone every little piece of your city. And I'm gonna quickly show you why this is so important, because when you zone in these areas, I'm gonna quickly make sure that this is all covered. You can click on the name, and later on, with milestone 5 already, you can set the roadside parking fee. Just set these to 25 too, just as with the parking lots, and you will make a ton of money off that. And the last tip I gathered for you, producing materials. Once you unlock the production of materials, be sure that the production and the need of the city is balanced. We cannot see this yet, but it will come with the next milestone. Companies don't need to import as many materials, so they can produce their goods cheaper and therefore pay more taxes to the city. Within only about 30 minutes of playtime, I'm at a positive cash flow of about 1,500 to 2,000 credits per hour. This is a good starting point. I will keep on going until level 5 to show you what is possible with the additional parking fee. If you earn more money and unlock more tiles in your city, you can always expand on things like the electricity export or producing materials. Now that we reached level 5 and I activated the parking fee to 25 credits, as I said, we are now earning about 12,000 credits an hour, 270k from taxes, 220 from service fees, and about 700,000 from service trades, which is of course also our electricity support. We're also producing a little bit of everything. I would need more chickens and a little bit less stone, but it was just for testing. I hope these tips were helpful. If so, drop a like, sub to the channel would be wonderful, and type in the comments what you have discovered on how to make money in City Skylines 2. Until next time, bye bye.